right, the inhabitants of my couches have changed again. Hello, welcome. Can you introduce yourself?
Go ahead.
So hello, I'm Lise, and I'm an associate producer on Indecision 2.
And hi, I'm Laurine. I'm a LiveOps Manager.
Okay, cool. So what are you here to talk to us about?
Co-creation, I think. So Amplitude was really built with that idea of building the game with our players. So we were like, okay, we want to do 4X games, but nobody knows 4X games better than the players. So let's get them involved. And it really grows over time. And we were like, okay, how can we involve them even more? How we can make sure we get that feedback, but how can we build actually the game with them? So it started right from the beginning with our first game, Endless Space 1, where we were like, okay, let's create one faction with them, ask them what they want to see, how they want that faction to play. So it was the automatons, if I'm correct. And then also on Endless Legend 1, we continue doing that, so with the cultist, and on Endless Space 2 as well. It's actually when I joined the company right before the early access of Endless Space 2, and I was actually one of my first memory, I think, of Amplitude. And people are like, yeah, we are building this faction with the players. So we asked them like what the game design is gonna be, and they made submissions, and then we had votes, and I was like, wow, this is this is amazing. Like the players are actually building one of the faction with the company, with us, with the dev, and we are interacting with them. So it was the well-known Unfallen on Endless Space 2, which was an amazing faction, and it turned out really well. And we continue doing that. I know that with Humankind it was a bit more difficult because it's a historical game, so it's can be a little more touchy. So, but with Endless Legend 2, we really wanted to have this back. So this is why we worked with the prod team and with the com dev team and the brand team to make sure that we were also able to build one of the content with the community, and that's what we did with the minor faction that we are currently working on. And Liz knows more than me about that, but. It's really one of Amplitude, I think, greatest aspect. This link that we have with the community, and our players are super engaged. They always have like the craziest and also the greatest submissions. So it's really a way for us to thank them for all the feedback and all the support that they've given us over the year. And it's also it's really fun for us because we get to read so many cool ideas.
Yeah, I guess it gives them a little bit of ownership in the game as well, saying, "Oh, that faction, I suggested that, or I voted for it. That's the one I wanted." Yeah. That's really cool. And how has that process evolved over time? Because I know sometimes the idea came from the community and the devs decided, oh, actually, we're going to take this idea. Other times, I think for Endless Dungeon, the designs were suggested to the community and then the community voted. So it's been kind of a two-way process each time. How has that evolved? Yeah,
that's really true. I think we started with votes, so we would be like, okay, this do you like this option, or this option? And the people would vote, and then we would implement them. So that gives us more agenda on the because we would propose things that we already know we can do, but we really wanted to actually give more agenda to the players this time. So we also decided to be like, okay, we are creating this specific faction. Tell us what the design is, what the lore is, what the traits are, what go crazy basically, and they do. And this is kind of an evolution that I think happened at Amplitude. And other than that, we are always looking for more ways to involve them. So we developed more features on the amplifiers and the Games Together platform. So share their ideas. We have a whole section with like, okay, tell us any idea you have for the game. It can be like a minor balancing tweak to a new faction. We also had like the Insiders program that some people talked about earlier. And so it's always something that is really in the DNA of the company, and we are always looking for more ways to involve the community and our players into the game. So that's something actually I've seen really evolved in the past 9 years. Yeah.
And so what's the latest take on this co-creation? Well, how is the manufacturing going?
So it's very much the community that has the say this time. So they were able to propose a design first. We just had like over 130 propositions of design. We started with just a kind of template saying like, these are Pacific fashion.
Okay.
What do you want them to be? Who do you want them to be? What they bring to Saiadha? Why are they here? And they have like all the options.
So you only said that, you didn't even give them lore or inspirations or
nothing. Just they are pacifist because for balancing reasons they needed it to be pacifist. But that's it. We just go crazy, propose what you want to propose, and we're gonna read through everything and make sure we get an ID and make it into the game.
I think we've got some of the designs that we can show you, some of the ones that were submitted by the community.
Yes, that's the art design that we received. It was lots of creativity, lots of ideas. So the art designs that were submitted by the community are responding to the design that was chosen first by the community. We started with the design, and from that, so we got a lot of inspiration from the Unfallen. That is already something that was created by the community. And once the design was chosen, they created all those beautiful art, and we had the chance to choose one of those to be
very cool
in the game.
Yeah, our community really loves trees for one reason.
And does it tie into something else from the Endless Universe, or is it just a new creature? Or because I'm curious, because fans know so much about the universe, they'd be. I wouldn't be surprised if someone said, "Oh, you know what? What about this one that was just mentioned in passing in Endless Space 1? Let's have this full-fledged faction." How do you know if that's where it came from?
For the design, we had a lot of propositions that were, you talked about this little guy that we met in this quest. I like to create something with them because I think they can bring. For the design, we had a lot of this, and it's just the community has been here for a long time. They know the games very well. They know the lore. They know what can bring to now Endless Legend 2.
Oh yeah, we had like a lot of proposition that resonated with previous games. Like we had a lot of proposition that got inspiration from Endless Legend 1, which makes sense because this is Endless Legend 2. So players who loved Endless Legend 1 really want to see more Endless Legend 1 into Endless Legend 2. We had obviously the tree that reminded us of the Unfallen. I think the community really draws inspiration from all the lore of the Endless Universe, and it's always funny to see a kind of legacy proposition from the community. Yeah.
And so the gameplay, apart from pacifists, because the art I think came in a second
second
step.
time, yes.
And so for the gameplay, except for just saying pacifists, did they suggest all the mechanics or features? How did that work?
Yeah, they were able to suggest the lore, also like just the story of the faction. Also, some abilities for the battle that they would like to see. Also for the population, what does the population brings you when you pacify them? What type of maybe quest objectives are they going to ask you? Pretty much everything that you can come across when you play a minor faction or with a minor faction. They were like free to give ideas about everything. Like just, I think it was the effect of when you have when you write them also just everything.
We worked with the game designers and you guys to kind of create a template this time. We're like, okay, this is all that for us represent a minor faction. It's all this aspect, and so we gave that to the community. So it was. Some of them were mandatory, and some of them were like, if you don't have any idea for this really specific, like the bonus that you get from this population, it's okay if you don't have this idea. But it was really to kind of make sure that all the proposition had enough material to get voted by the community as well, because sometimes the more you have details, and it's easier to project yourself. I don't know if, and to vote for that. So we really gave them a template to help them and to guide them. But they were free to then fill with whatever they wanted.
Very cool. So then to see that this time around, the ideas came from the community, were kind of curated by the devs, and then those ideas were voted on by the community again.
Yep, exactly. We had so much proposition that we had to do like a small peek.
Sure.
So it was 5 ideas, I think, that were like already voted by the community, like a vote, like people
There
have a
were,
week.
what I saw, like 131 threads just for gameplay alone.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot to read, but a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a week to submit,
Mm.
then a week to vote.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks in total, and we tend to tell them that it's better the earliest you get your submission in on the platform, the more likely it is to be voted by the rest of the community. But that's also why we wanted one of the proposition to be one pick from the dev team, because sometimes we see great ideas, but because they were posted maybe a little bit later, they didn't get as much upvote as the other ones. But we as the dev, like, this is really a cool idea, and we really wanted to include it in the finalist. So yeah, that's kind of the
We
process.
did a big meeting for
yeah.
that. We went through a lot of submissions,
Yeah.
and we did a big meeting with the whole dev team that is working on the manufacturing to say, oh, we really like this one. And then there were so much ideas that we liked that we had to redo just a survey with everybody to be like, yes, we have a pick. So much cool ideas.
Yeah, very cool. It's such a cool process. You know, having more brains thinking about this, having more ideas, things that you would never have thought of. Even artists, I'm sure it's so cool to find inspiration, and now they're able to work from a base that has been suggested by the community. Very cool process. I
Yeah.
like it.
And sometimes it's even frustrating for us because we want to do more. I think on the visual design, so the art, there was like one proposition where everybody in the team loved the unit. I remember it was a very cool unit. We saw it in the video, but then we really liked the building of another proposition, and it's really this one I really liked.
There was a proposition that was just like theme, visuals to get that was so cool also, and it just gives a lot of material for the artist to create, and just sometimes pick something from another idea. It's just amazing work.
Awesome. Yeah,
So
gonna
cool.
have people have a little, just 1 foot in game development, because it's such a, for a lot of people, it's, I'd love to work in game development. Here they can have a little tiny piece of it as well.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And we also, so we have had our pick for the design and the art, and we also the winners. So Curating Kev, that we just saw on the video, that won for the art. But we asked him what he was thinking of the concept that our artist was doing. We wanted to make sure that it works for him too. Follows what he was trying to present and show. So he gave us a very cool feedback on what was being done by our artists. So it's so cool to also have this close relationship with them.
Yeah, not just the community as a whole, but being able to actually have specific people jump in.
Yeah, yeah, because obviously we have to adapt the proposition to our technical requirements, but we want to make sure that it represents the original idea of the member of the community that posted it. So we make sure to ask them if they're okay, basically, with.
We did the same for the design. I know our designer who has created the abilities just also checked with the player, like, I'm doing that. Is that cool for you? Yeah,
very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much. It's always fascinating to hear about this process. Thank you for your time for this cool process. And unfortunately, pizza has arrived, so we are coming to the end of our live stream. It's been fascinating. We could easily do another 2 hours and talk more about lore, the process, the upcoming changes, the creation of the studio. That's been really different to hear about the origin, the genesis of the studio. For the time being, we're going to wrap this one up, but we will see you several times during the year. We've got some announcements. We've got more things that we want to show you, talk to you about, and exchange just like we've been doing with co-creation. For the time being, don't forget you can play Amplitude games and have some special perks like the wallpaper pack, the Saiadha map for Endless Legend 2, as well as the free DLC for Endless Space 2 that you can all get on Amplifiers. We also have some big sales on Steam at the moment, up to 80%. So do go check that out. If you're missing an Amplitude game from your library, now is the perfect time to get it and to try it out. Thank you so much for all the developers who took their time to talk about their process and open the doors to the studio. And thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure as always, and we'll see you very soon.